I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's spit. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's spit. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. It's triumphant. Let's bump it. Don't mind me.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Carolina Panthers. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
On the return, the Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Haskins. And right away, he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Cam Akers, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
Michael Badgley lining up for.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
10 at the 44-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Just like that. Check nickel.
They'll run for the first time with Trenton Cannon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
1-yard line.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
7 yards there and a first down.
10 at the 15-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. This is McCaffrey. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
On the carry.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
That's out to the left and complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 5th touchdown now. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Haskins. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Greg Stroman back deep for Washington. This is taken around the 12. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
Second and 12, operating from the 39. Jackson now. Looking deep for Adams. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At the 49-yard line.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. 7-7, our score after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw, Haskins. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On the counter, this is Akers. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll run on first down. Akers. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
TJ Green on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw is Jackson. Gets this one to use check.
Jackson.
It's a gain of 5. And just like that, it's third down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
They'll run with a North Carolina native. This is Bryce Love. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Akers. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. McCaffrey following the penalty. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
At the 44-yard line, a gain of 13 brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 36. That one a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
6 at the 32-yard line.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Good for a Carolina.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7.
Is good. Makes the score Panthers 17. Washington 7. For Carolina.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Jackson will throw again. This is the tight end, Fant. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. And Jackson throwing once more. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. 2nd half action underway. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. throwing again. Jackson. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Derek Brown just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
It's 2nd down.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They go play action now. Haskins. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. That's to McCaffrey, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. A quick toss outright, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
A loss of 2 yards. It's fourth down.
Let's go, D. He's checking. Crash. Deuce. 66. Pull it. Out. Echo. Go. Motion.
And they'll indeed go for it with Haskins. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Back to the ground attack here is McCaffrey. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Taken down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
You know that old expression, it's not my night?
It's a gain of 3.
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Complete.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Hey, switch gears. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover. No, I got motion.
And that'll set him back 5. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Fred Warner in on the
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Washington 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run the counter. Love. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run run the counter. Akers. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
From the 38, Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards. First down, Washington.
Throwing is Jackson. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the carry, it's Love. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Washington on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, they try to catch him by surprise there on third down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's got his tight end fan. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
Washington.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run the counter. Akers. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
It's a gain of 10.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now Jackson on first down.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
It's 2nd and inches at the 12-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Throwing now is Haskins. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
37-yard line.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's brought down.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Here's McCaffrey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
The 36-yard line.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held score.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex.